YouTube, what's going on? Andrew Darling here, Mr. Darling 4. We've already done the hardware overview for the Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge, so let's go ahead and do the software side of it. Alright, so as you guys can see right there, I went ahead and did the fingerprint unlock, so there's your home button, and you just press it on there, and generally it's going to work pretty easily. Not only is the hardware quite a bit different in the glass on metal design here, but the software is pretty good as well. It is virtually lagless in that you're not going to really get any lag in the experience that I had from it. I was only able to slow it down once, and that was after taking photos. They were uploading. I was swapping from gallery and camera, as well as trying to upload to social media and such. Other than that, it was pretty decent. So let's go ahead and just talk about the Samsung launcher here real quick. So what we'll do is I will actually go here into Nova settings, and we will go back to the stock launcher here. So we're going to TouchWiz home. Now, as you can tell here, TouchWiz still brings the app drawer over here to the side. It's nothing too fancy. You can't move that, but it's not too bad. So when you first get here, you do your little swipe gesture, and now you have wallpapers, widgets, themes, and screen grid, which is something that's pretty new. Other launchers have had it for a while. You can do, I have it on the 5x5 on this launcher. Pretty cool. The actual color palette here is a little bit different. So if we go back here into the wallpapers a little bit, so I just have one of the basic stock wallpapers here. If you go through and you look, I mean, they're really almost subdued colors compared to what we're used to in a Samsung device. Those much brighter, more punchy wallpapers and lock screen choices. And then, of course, up here is where you change your lock screen or the home and the lock screen if you want to do both. So it's a pretty new, relatively intuitive UI. You have your new themes engine here. You have pink and space out of the box. Nothing too fancy. As we look more into the app drawer here, so we'll go back here and go into the app drawer. Pretty traditional Samsung app drawer. Now what you can do is you can go up here to AZ and you can sort everything alphabetically again. What that does is if you delete something, if you remove an app, it goes ahead and actually just leaves a space for you there. So that's also a pretty interesting feature, just being able to continuously reshuffle back to the A and Z thing here. And then you can also hit edit, and you'll be able to go through and delete any of your installed apps. So I have quite a bit of apps on here as I go through it. The next thing we'll talk about is just the notification shade. So here's your notification shade. You have your slider here for screen brightness. We're pushing it all the way up. Here is a toggle for your different buttons and options. You can go in here to settings, and this is going to bring you to your settings menu, which is one of your one of the better updates for Samsung. No longer are you getting the 27 tabs and 300 different options. There's still a lot of options in settings, okay? But in Android, there's a lot of options in settings. So it's been broken up into, of course, connections here, the device itself, personal, and then the system. So in the quick settings, I brought these three up here: the edge screen, battery, and storage. That's what I use the most. Other than that, that's pretty much the big difference here. You can get into all of that stuff, no issue. So if you want to go here and you swipe left, you actually have Flipboard now on the home launcher. And then there's an odd bug. So when you're using another launcher, if you go back to the stock launcher, you can't press home and actually get back home. You have to actually hit the back button. You have to restart the device before it'll work fully. So it's just kind of a little interesting quirk there, but that's part of Samsung. So pulling down that notification shade, as we talked about earlier, you're going to have your S Finder and your Quick Connect. Quick Connect turns on Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and tries to connect to essentially any device that's near you. So looking here, the one thing that I was actually looking for was multi-window support. So if you click here on the Recents button, it says the current screen does not have support split screen, select two apps. So and I don't have a connection right now, but if I wanted to go to, heck, we'll call it the gallery up top, which I don't even think I have anything in right now, and say I want to do the gallery, and then looking through the gallery, I wanted to take a memo. There you go. Of course, you can move this slider here up and down, You can also click on it, and you can bring it together, which will actually make it in a pop-out window up here. And then if you want to add another one down here, you can go to the calendar. So now you have your calendar, you have this, you have your memo up top here. So if you wanted to do something, obviously you got to go in here and add a memo and all that cool stuff. But I mean, it actually leads to quite a bit of functionality, and then you just keep backing out to get to everything. So I mean, there's a whole bunch of features that are still here that a lot of even stock Android hasn't caught up with yet. Very fun, very smooth. You can also go in here to the Edge settings, which is something I want to talk about really quick. So you go in here to setting, go to your Edge screen. Edge lighting is on. That's going to give you different color sides. The only reason it wasn't very beneficial to me is because I just don't lay my phone screen down. I never really have. You can turn on People Edge, which gives you the option to have different folks here on the side. You can select them, and then the Edge will light up that color when they call or text you. So that's interesting. And then information stream, I have it off. You can turn it on, and then here are some of your choices. You have Yahoo, Samsung, Android, Yahoo Sports, and then just kind of like a notification tray. And then if you go here to the download thing, you have your choices like an RSS feeder, who's call, caller ID, and then another news ticker. So we'll turn that back off. Not something that I really used. So there's no gallery when you, no lag when you open up the gallery, which is something that is new to Samsung devices in my experience. I don't have anything in here right now, but also the camera launch feature is also very, very quick. So you just double tap the home button, and there you go. That's about it. What other software questions do you have related to the Galaxy S6 Edge? Again, this is Andrew Darling, and this is my YouTube channel, of course. If you like it, enjoy it, go ahead and like and subscribe below. Give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it, YouTube. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.